Well, next night to the letter delivered to 170 households in South Yorkshire early this morning, warning residents that their homes could be bulldozed for a new, redesigned version of the HS2 rail line.
Yes, it came as plans for the alternative route, which would cut £1 billion off the overall construction bill, went on show. Now, this is the old proposed route, which took the track between Sheffield and Rotherham to a station at Meadowhall. Under the new plans, HS2 trains will use existing track to get in and out of Sheffield via Chesterfield. Meanwhile, the main north-south line to Leeds will be moved east to follow the M1 and M18 before ploughing near towns including Mexborough.
Well, John Hill has spent the day at the town's Shimmer estate, where 7 families moved in less than a week ago, only to get today's news.
I'm scared of trains. Why are you scared of them?
Because I don't like them.
When Rachel Riddler tucked her children in for bed last night, all was well with her world. This morning, a letter arrived which turns that world upside down.
It is likely that the government would need to acquire some or all of your land or property in order to construct the railway. I realise this is likely to be distressing news, particularly as this is a new housing development, and I sincerely apologise for any upset it causes. We were told when we moved here that it was on the other side of Rotherham and Sheffield, that there would be no way it would come through here, so it's a complete shock.
Rachel and her husband Rob moved onto Mexborough's Shimmer estate just 2 years ago, paying £150,000 for a 4-bedroom townhouse. Now it and scores more may have to be bulldozed to make way for the newly redrawn route of the HS2 rail line. And this is where the line is due to go, across this suburban road. The houses on both sides, well, they would have to be demolished, and who knows how many more across the length and breadth of this estate.
We have a large lounge with obviously lots of seating.
Andrew Weaver's family firm built this development, but today's proposals have left it and him in limbo. What do you know?
Yeah, very little, and we're really at pains to say. Yesterday was as much as we knew was that there's a proposed line that runs through the development. It sort of bisects the development from the riverside to the canal side. Our site's of over 200 homes, and it's halfway through the middle of it.
Not a single foot of track has yet been laid for the HS2. It's projected to cost £55 billion. The government says it'll create tens of thousands of jobs. Today, civic leaders in Sheffield have been celebrating after winning their fight to shift the city's proposed HS2 station from Meadowhall to the city centre Sheffield Midland station.
We think that the new route is great news for the economy of the city and the city region. 7,000 extra jobs on top of the jobs that were already predicted.
The joy felt in Sheffield is not shared by neighbouring Doncaster.
I was shocked and actually surprised that a new route is being proposed at the 11th hour, which is now going to affect residents within Doncaster.
Back in Mexborough, Pete and Sue Douglas are now contemplating anything but a peaceful retirement. They'll have to wait to see if they get compulsory purchase compensation, which elsewhere has been the market value of a property plus 10%.
You feel as though you've just been dropped from a great height.
It's a punch in the stomach. It really is a punch in the stomach.
You know, just to do it. I just can't believe that there would have been no consultation, no talking to you first, nothing, just bam.
The government's expected to take a decision on the proposed route in the autumn, but with the Bank of England warning of uncertain economic times after the vote to leave the EU, there are some in the rail industry who wonder whether the costly HS2 will ever be built. John Hill, ITV News, Mexborough.